The winner goes to the U.S. Open semifinals. Federer to the net. And the trend continues.
Now that's going to be a really good play. Roger Federer's been working with Stefan Edberg this year. Stefan Edberg, the Hall of Fame smasher and crasher, the chip and charger serve and volleyer from Sweden. And that first point was a reflection of the old Stefan Edberg play. You get the short ball and you slice it deep to your opponent.
I think he's ready for business. So Federer serves the game at love. And a convincing hold it is. He went 121, and then he dialed it down to 1-0 something, and then 97.
Now this is going to be the side for Roger Federer that he wants to neutralize the big first serve, get into those points, look for the short ball, transition in. Monfils feels more comfortable playing defense, scrambling around.
Gael Monflis.
He's not really a dictator through pace. He likes to fall back and let you come at him.
Love 15.
Federer, Monfils to the 360 after the return of serve.
Monfils hasn't won a point yet. That's the longest rally so far of the match.
Love 30.
He's finally on the board at 15-30. His hits sound monstrous, loud.
Yes.
Boy, one thing about this U.S. Open, Luke, if you don't like to win, you aren't going to win. It's every day.
We got lucky last night with the Djokovic-Murray match. I thought it was real calm. There's a look at Stefan Edberg right in the middle there. Monfils at his finest, working the ball around, moving his opponent, looking for an opening. Here's the forehand, it sets up, racket back, explosion.
Yes.
One thing about both men, they play quickly.
Monfils is challenging the call right far sideline. The ball's called out.
And by a lot.
Advantage Federer. Yes, Monfils has good challenges remaining. Advantage Federer.
See, I can see that shot if you had the lead, right?
It was tough because it came back so fast at him. He didn't have time to really react and hit a drive. It's kind of the only shot he had. But Roger's making it really tough on Monfils this game. Monfils kind of dodges a bullet on that Fed miss.
Advantage Monfils. And
these are the type of games Roger really wants to get into on the return side. Long, drawn out, mentally draining games, just waiting for Monfils to trip up just a little bit.
Advantage Monfils.
That is a serious win.
Gael Monflis.
Monfils finally solves it. How hard he had to work hold serve.
1 more percent.
Probably a 30-mile-an-hour wind to take a flag that big and string it out. It's a football game.
The wind's not going to affect Roger Federer's service much because he has a lower toss. His toss goes up to the contact point where he's going to hit the ball. So the ball doesn't have a lot of space or time to move around. See, he kind of throws it up, tosses it up, lifts it up right into position, kind of pauses and hesitates right at the apex, and whether it's a first or a second. His idol growing up was Pete Sampras, who had one of the sweetest motions and greatest tosses of all time.
Monfils has not figured out Federer's serve yet.
40.
You notice that return from Monfils. That's not going to scare Roger. It actually plays into his game because it's really not a threat. Roger can take control of the point right from the second shot. The guys that really kind of freak Federer out on the serve, Djokovic, Murray, guys that do something with the trim, put it deep in the court. But Roger, after he serves, has to kind of defend a little bit.
That goes long. Federer holds. And it's 2-1 for the number 2 seed here on the last quarterfinal court of the night.
It's knees, thank you.
Strong wind blowing in New York City tonight. Final men's quarterfinal on serve. Someone we worked with last night needed to buy a souvenir for a friend back at home, so they bought a Roger Federer signature racket. I think it was $325. I'd love to know what the difference between that racket and the one he actually plays with is.
13 love.
I know in the years in the models past, he had 2 extra strings in the main draw, in the main. In the main strings, so it wouldn't be something he could just pull off the shelf and Roger could start playing with it. And it weighted and balanced to a certain swing weight, swing speed. It's always one of the big questions that fans want to know. What truly is the racket that these players are using? You know, how much lead tape is in it? Where is the lead tape? Is it heavy? Is it light? The size of the grip.
Federer had 2 break points in the second game and couldn't make it happen.
Gael Monflis.
So Gael Monflis holds 2-all.
2 games all for set.
Follow the U.S. Open at usopen.org, usopenshop.org, their Twitter page or Facebook page. Everything you want to know or buy from this great championship is there, usopen.org. Pounding it to the forehand.
15 love.
We're going to have to put that in slow motion just to figure out exactly what he did there and how he did it. Roger rips this shot out of the air. I think that ball was going out, and he played it anyway.
It's good.
15 seconds.
get to the first potential turning point on Roger Federer's serve.
15-14. 30-14.
Starts with a really nice first serve. Gets the easy second shot.
Mr. Federer challenging the goal right to the sideline. Ball's called out.
Now Monfils is going to win this match. These are the moments. These are the moments that he has got to capitalize on.
Second serve.
Good challenge.
Just too defensive. He had 2 break points in a row. He has got to go for the big swing on at least one of them. Coming off the Federer forehand, and not just really a lot of miss-hit, ugly shanks. Confidence Federer has shown moving forward is phenomenal. Starts with the nice serve, comes in, splits to get organized, and here, watch this, knocks off the backhand volley. Great form, firm wrist.
Advantage Federer.
Just think of that point that Federer came up with on break point. It's an awesome thing to be able to do.
And they have the confidence to do it. And that's where the supreme athlete comes into play. He's way off the court, is able to get to that corner and find a winner.
Advantage Monfils.
On break point, can Federer do it again? Monfils gets it, and he is fully engaged. So is the crowd. 3-2 after the break. quarterfinal started, Gael Monflis could not figure out Roger Federer's serve, but he did last game. It's 11 unforced errors for Roger Federer. We've played 5 games.
Going right to his hot dog. Bag of tricks. That's why he doesn't have a coach.
Because you probably can't get that out of his system.
No, that's just part. He's always been that way since he's been a junior throughout his pro career. He loves to perform. He really wants to give the audience a very unique perspective of his talent.
This is the kind of stuff we were expecting to see tonight. He's into this big stage, right? 40-30. And he consolidates to go up 4 games to 2.
Monfils leads 4 games to 2.
Your thoughts on where we stand right now?
Well, after Monfils kind of toughed out his very first service game. You know, it's deuce had, a couple of break points here and there for Federer. Monfils has really been able to find his game, that balance. That 2-all break was massive. Because of Monfils' closing speed, he makes any opponent play 2 extra quality shots. Here's one, tracks that down. It just puts emotional tension on the opponent. Roger now commits to the serve and volley, but the body blow just isn't breaking fast enough and with enough spin, so Monfils is able to hit that backhand cross-court winning return.
I think the direction Roger took this shot surprised everybody.
Yeah, the little drop, and it's good because look where Monfils is, deep behind the baseline. Look to the short court, the open court. Monfils is not making it easy now on Federer. Really challenging Federer point to point, shot for shot. This is the second time Monfils has tried that very same situation. Second serve, deuce court. This time, instead of going long, this one went in the net. It's just contact point is just off.
Nope. You know, it's tough to do shots like that with Monfils. He's so athletic. He's so fast.
And this is, I mean, Monfils is the answer to what if, you know, world-class athletes. I'm talking, you know, these basketball players that are long, lean, and fast join the sport.
This is Usain Bolt with a tennis racket.
Absolutely.
You know, showy, flashy, really fast.
It's the third time he's got to scrap that tactic. Being his own coach, he can only get mad at himself. I think that gives him more accountability. Instead of blaming a coach or having a coach to look up to at the box, he really only has himself to count on.
So Federer bends but does not break this time. Monfils 4-3 first set.
Monfils leads 4-3 first set.
Gael Monfils has been a very legitimate player so far in this quarterfinal matchup with Roger Federer. You view Federer as being in trouble tonight with Monfils.
There's so much tennis out in front. This really helps Federer with some helps Monfils if he can pull out this first set. Just on the confidence. Remember, he's had an injury, you know, plagued career. He's the number 20 seed here for a reason. He's just too up and down. His high is, he's been in the top 10 before.
You know, the thing with Monfils is that it takes only one incident to totally sidetrack the entire episode.
Right. And that's what Roger's really banking on here. Just playing solid enough, good enough. Something like that's a basic routine shot, and all of a sudden, left 30 down.
Stefan Edberg was the Swede who picked up the torch from Mats Wilander.
Oh, that's a big miss. That forehand just fairly routine for Roger. And once Monfils starts to believe he can actually win this, not compete, not be entertaining, but actually win this. Roger's going to have a whole bunch of problems on his plate.
The ball's called good.
So it was called in, review coming. That was a nice comeback by Monfils. And by the fuzz.
And there's in all these upsets in any sport, it's always the underdog that gets these little breaks. You know what I mean? By this, or that would have been produce these interesting momentum shifts that go the underdog's way.
Now Federer to prolong the set. Errors to begin this for Monfils.
But loose errors. You know, not putting the ball in play, not hitting it cleanly.
So Federer wins the game. The lights, the stadium, the event, and Federer mean the next 4 points for Monfils will be 4 of the hardest he's ever gone for. Roger Federer has himself a first set predicament here tonight. The very spirited and animated game of Gael Monflis, who has been pretty much all business here and successful with a mid-set break of Federer, and now a chance to win the first set.
Quiet, please. Thank you.
And there's that kind of that sly smile from Monfils, just feeling the moment right now, and that's just a dangerous look. If you're a fan of Roger Federer, that means that guy is comfortable, confident, because he's extremely capable.
15-all.
Oh boy.
30-15.
Now Gael Monfils has double set point.
Oh, finally. The entire set's been pretty clean. That double fault coming at a really bad time.
It's out. And the first set is done. Gael Monflis gets everyone's attention in this stadium, and they're behind him because, at least when the match started, he was the underdog. But now, he's the leader. Gael Monfils has found a way to beat Roger Federer twice in his career, so you have to take this pretty seriously here tonight. Serving well, successful at net, and handling the one thing that at the beginning of the match he couldn't handle, Federer's serve. Big wind howling in Flushing Meadows tonight. What does Federer do to sort of change up things here?
I truly believe he doesn't need to really try to out-hit Monfils, but work Monfils over. A lot of body blows in tennis terms, which means move the ball around, use the slice backhand. But he's got to clean up his unforced errors. He is just making too many loose unforced errors that is really giving Monfils confidence. Like right there. There's no reason at this point to try to hit that thing that big. And it just took off of his racket.
Every essence of Roger Federer won at that point.
Roger Federer knows down a set, this is a really big area of the match where he just can't slip. Another loose forehand. I mean, you saw one go cross court long, this one trying to go down the line in the net. And I just wonder how much the wind is really playing havoc with Roger's timing. It was so precise.
Not seeing the shirts blowing like they were before. Almost can't get anything past the guy.
That's what I mean. Remember the first video game, Pong? It was a tennis game, and you know, I'd hit the ball to you, and you'd block it, and it would come back to me. You can't get the ball past this guy. He's his own like miniature video game, and you have to try so hard as a player not to fall into, in Roger Federer's shoes, doing too much.
Young people around the world are Googling Pong.
Another forehand, just overcooked that one. So he's really struggling with his accuracy, his range, his consistency. He just has to bring his margins in just to establish his timing and confidence right now in that specific forehand shot.
Good. But he gets there.
Monfils making Roger Federer work so hard just to get the ball through the court. Look at that's where he starts from with his weight going towards the locker room. and he gets a racket on the next ball on the other side of the court.
That's a return and a half.
And then from defense, the previous point, he steps up on a serve 87 miles an hour, and he rips a forehand.
I'm sure, yeah, it's out.
I'm telling you, Roger chirping now with the umpire a little bit. Is that, you calling it out? Is that the finger? Those little things you're looking for as an analyst, as a fan. Monfils is getting under Federer's skin, and here's an opportunity.
After giving away the first set, the last thing in the world Roger Federer wanted to see was Gael Monflis take game one of the next set. And he does it with style.
This is a big changeover. There's that wind up against Monfils' shirt, swirling around this Arthur Ashe Stadium. This is the biggest tennis stadium in the world, and here are the first set stats. Look at the unforced errors from Roger Federer. 13th, only 6 winners. Only 2 break points, none converted.
And there's the difference in the match near the bottom. The 1 break point by Monfils. Oh, they're still talking about that ball. He said, Roger, stop it. The ball was clearly out.
When was last time, or ever, have you ever seen Roger Federer this kind of annoyed? Well, of all the scenarios, this is not the one I thought was going to be happening at this juncture of the match. I thought Federer was just going to see some solid play come off his racket. Monfils have some spectacular moments, but not to the point where Federer's down 6-4, 1-0, a break. Not the first time we've seen Roger lose the first set this tournament. Granollers won the first 10 points earlier in this tournament against Roger, ended up winning the first set, and then Roger ran away with the match.
Pretty convincing stuff here.
Monfils now perfect at the net, 5 for 5. When coming to the net in this match, taking the short ball, and this is definitely where Roger does not want Monfils in that long wingspan.
Mind games that are going on when the ball's at the net between these two.
We've seen some drop volleys like this.
He did a look away.
Yeah. The old Magic Johnson, the famous basketball player for the United States, used to do no-look passes. Monfils doing the no-look half volley cross court.
Let's see this first.
Federer barks at himself again.
Well, now the backhand is off. Seen a bunch of forehands go crazy on Federer. Now the backhand, and Monfils looking extremely determined and focused. Another dangerous sign for Roger Federer. You notice every time Roger Federer wins a point, he has to come up with 2 or 3 extra shots to put the ball away. Here's the approach shot. Instead of winning it with this shot, he has a difficult shot to reach back and scissor kick the overhead off for a winner. Turns his shoulders.
More ferocious now. Advantage Federer.
Advantage Federer.
When you can hit that kind of shot to get yourself out of trouble, 122, and that ball's just jumping and moving.
Second serve.
Oh, he played it. He's going to try to challenge it. I think he hit himself with the follow-through. Something with his ankle. When he went up to hit this shot, right there.
He rolled it a little bit.
He's got size 16 shoes. I mean, those things are aircraft carriers. Look at his right foot. Tweak it right
Advantage Monfils.
Is he challenging that ball? Look at that. I mean, I don't mean to be laughing. Doesn't call the trainer.
Monfils holds. And this gets a little bit more serious for Roger Federer.
Monfils leads 2 games to left.
And the question is, how serious is this tweak on his ankle?
Just to put in perspective, by the way, he's crushing his serve, Monfils, 122. That's what Serena Williams serves at.
Right, right. And that's, again, the brilliance and strength of Serena Williams to match what you see on the ATP, on the men's tour.
This would be
15 love.
a ginormous win for Gael Monflis.
On this stage, absolutely.
When this match gets to the point where he allows himself to think that it's possible, those are the points you want to watch, right?
Absolutely. Finally, an easy game if he can convert the next couple points for Roger Federer. A lot of the service games. It's just drama every time this guy plays a point. See it on his face.
See, the thing is, though, and we'll talk about it when the match resumes, it's not beyond the realm of comprehension that he could take a game or a point off here. Trainer out.
Time.
During the changeover, the ATP trainer came out. Gael Monfils took his shoe off, and the trainer yanked and pulled that ankle in every direction. I thought if anything was wrong, he'd scream out like he was shot. He never did, so he is fine, and we're set to proceed here.
And Roger Federer's doing the right thing to warm up his machine, to get the body on the toes. He is down a set and a break, and the momentum clearly with the Frenchman. Well, Monfils is honestly just kind of rotating around in his world. Roger Federer has a lot of questions in his head how he gets his game back on the rails and back in this match. New balls now, Monfils serving. 6-4-2-1.
15 love.
It's going to be a classic example, watching a maestro, Roger Federer, try to break the rhythm and confidence. The very gifted athlete and talented tennis player, Gael Monfils.
He's almost getting to the point where if you have a friend that's a tennis fan, call him up and tell him what's happening.
We want to see our champions tested. We want to see the underdog achieve. And we have both. Both stories right now. And Roger Federer has got to get his serve cooking to stay within striking distance, striking range here in this second set. Good high first serve percentage, and he's got to start clicking with his forehand.
Remember, Jimmy Harris loving the fact that Roger's not a good challenger. This was one of those
Iffies, yeah.
I don't know. Oh, he got this one right. No, we got it wrong.
We got it wrong, yeah. He just is unsettled right now. He just is rushing. Roger Federer is rushing right now. Not waiting for the umpire to. There's the forehand you're looking for if you're a Fed fan.
30
Federer coming to life now. You know what strikes me, Luke? Roger Federer is someone you have a party in honor of. Gael Monflis is the guy you definitely invite to the party.
That's right.
So Federer holds, but he's still down a break. So Monfils will serve 3-2 here in the second set.
Monfils leads 3 games to 2.
We keep waiting for some evidence that Gael Monfils is overwhelmed by the occasion or is in danger of losing this lead because it was built in some false way or whatever. It's not happening. Not yet. Roger Federer seemed to sharpen up during his last service game. Monfils trying to overcome a turned ankle, up a set, 3-2.
Great play from Monfils. It's a nice shot deep to the backhand corner of Roger Federer, and he follows it in, knowing that he has Federer on the run. He's going to expect a reply from a defensive reply off the racket from Fed. It's one transition I see a lot of players really struggle with, that recognition and the confidence to come up and finish it off with a volley. I'm telling you, Monfils is the guy with all this confidence right now. He's got everything going for him. He's got the momentum. He's got the speed. He's in the mind of Roger Federer, who's clearly trying to figure some things out. New ball serving. Roger's got to get back down to basics. Really dig down deep. These are nice plays, but this guy's just really finding. You're playing someone in the zone right now. In Monfils.
15.
Remember how sharp he looked when this match started? Federer?
Roger loses this game down a double break. in the second and down a set.
So Federer holds, but he's chasing a service break. Monfils to serve 4-3. Roger Federer is really being pushed tonight by Gael Monflis of France. And he's running out of time here in the second set.
But what he does have right now is maybe some scoreboard pressure, some reality for Monfils to come down out of that tree. And there's a great example of his ability. That's a difficult shot. Pushed all the way back, rips the forehand cross court for a winner. Missed it.
30 left.
And that's what you want for if you're Roger Federer. You want Monfils to get outside his comfort zone and press a little bit. Start playing a little bit more high risk. Once again, 2 in a row where he's pressing now. Scoreboard pressure. And you pointed out earlier in the set, at what point does Monfils say, I can win this? And then all of a sudden you're stepping in a whole bunch of mental twists and turns and challenges. .128.
40-20.
He got to that point almost and then gathered himself and came with 2 big serves. Now it's 5-3.
Monfils leads 5 games to 3, second set.
And it's simple for Federer. Continue to serve with efficiency, placement. He doesn't have to hit winners, but he has got to get that serve just kind of cooking and working for him instead of against him. There are a lot of errors, and here's the thing: Monfils breaks here, takes a 2 sets to love lead, and he starts serving first in the 3rd set.
Of everything, and now it's double set point.
And that's just a routine forehand for Monfils. He just gets to the outside, just rips it cross court, good margin, well inside the sideline.
on-air umpire has got the perfect haunting tone for the way this match is right now.
He's going to challenge that, but boy, here's a big call.
It's out.
Second serve.
It's a pretty big deal. Or could be. Another unforced error. It's in the books. Monfils over Roger Federer, 6-4, 6-3. The drama continues to build.
What a shocker here at the U.S. Open 2014. The number 2 seed Roger Federer and the number 20 seed Gael Monflis from France. Monfils up 6-4, 6-3, serving first here to start out this third set. We all anticipate a very entertaining match, but never to the point where Monfils would be up 2 sets to love. And now this man, Roger Federer, has got to find a way tactically to go after the confident Monfils.
What's your shock level right now?
Well, I was just thinking that who in this stadium honestly had Monfils up 2 sets to love at this point, an hour and 21 minutes into this contest? I still think Roger Federer needs to pull off his game and try to grind this thing out. And you're hoping for the loose mental errors like that from Monfils that he is known for. But this is where Monfils can get himself in trouble. Dragging moments like this, instead of just challenging it, walking up, talking to the umpire, he's got the momentum. Don't break your own momentum. Don't mess with the streak. And now the crowd is going to want to see the great Roger Federer make a comeback, and it starts right here. It's the short ball, locks into the down-the-line forehand, and makes it.
And now the crowd sides with the new underdog. Has Roger Federer come back in his career from 2 sets down? Of course he has. 8 times.
Look at the unforced errors from Roger Federer. 13. Only 4 from Monfils. It's not even a contest right now. Break point opportunities, only 1 for Federer, does not convert. Look at winners to errors on Monfils' side, 10-4.
at that little momentary time when Gael Monflis went to the chair and had his little meltdown. Is that it?
It can happen that fast. Remember, Roger Federer's not going to stay down for long without a nice little counter punch back. And now look at the worry on Monfils. He does not look as confident.
There is a change in the wind. Suddenly he's hitting it with more authority. It sounds a little bit louder. I don't know about you, Luke, but I feel like Monfils has to have this hold. And then if he doesn't hold here, the set is gone.
Gets away, yeah.
A couple of big serves, and he holds confidently. So, down 2 sets. Roger Federer has a 2-1 lead here in the third.
6, please. Thank you.
Roger Federer began the third set like a train. Monfils able to slow him down with a hold of serve.
Love 16.
Federer screams at himself again.
And he really should, because he doesn't have to play this that close to the line. It's exactly what's going on with Monfils. Another basic shot that Roger's still just pressing on.
Love 14.
Triple break point to get the set back on serve.
Thank you.
called good.
Mr. Federer shows the ball. Left hand sideline, the ball's called good.
This is rather large.
I think this is good. I think he's just hoping. Remember, Roger hasn't been successful most of this tournament on these challenges.
And we are back on serve. It's a concerned, angry Roger Federer. You can follow this U.S. Open Championship by going to usopen.org. Follow them on Twitter or Facebook. Everything you want to know or own about the U.S. Open.
Roger's going to have to get himself in fight mode. This is where he's just got to dig down and deep and try to break the confidence of Monfils.
You know, the volleying's gone away.
Yeah.
The drop shots have gone away.
He's got to sit there and make these rallies a little bit longer, wait a little bit more for his right shot. See, that's exactly where Monfils wants him. He wants a target. Federer needs to get in the long, drawn-out rallies to dig his way back. Kind of chip in a hope instead of a chip in a purpose from Roger. And those are the little mini brain cramps you see from Monfils from time to time. He reveals it right there. Just a drop shot that's not played well and a poorly played topspin lob.
Oh, wow, what a shot.
Look how good this approach shot is, and Roger's not even close to this passing shot. When was the last time you saw Roger that frustrated? Screaming at himself. Everything that Roger usually plugs in works. The transition. But this goes right into the strength of Monfils. And Monfils kind of donates a gift to the great Fed.
For a second time in the set, Federer breaks the serve for Gael Monflis. Can he make it stick? So Federer breaking Monfils' serve a second time. He's playing with much greater desperation. You can see at every point he's yelling at himself and barking at himself. Monfils had to know there was going to be some pressure coming.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. I still don't think that Roger feels comfortable out there. He had to fight so hard to win that last break point. See how he's pressing. I mean, he's coming in, but again, he's going up like a supreme athlete, Monfils, who feels extremely comfortable of watching the pressure come at him and passing and lobbing and dipping and driving. And one of the things you can do against Monfils, if you extend the rallies, you make him think. Monfils is much better when he's got bang-bang situations where he just has to try to escape from a situation where he's in such trouble.
Yeah, we've talked during this U.S. Open, past U.S. Opens, how interesting it is to watch Roger Federer take on the guy with the big serve or the guy with the big ground strokes. And he figures it out, and you watch him slowly but surely change the game. Tonight, it took him a long time, and we're not sure if this is going to stick. But right now it is.
It's an interesting matchup because everything that he's accustomed to do when he faces this pressure, which is to move forward and attack, goes right into the strength of what his opponent wants to happen, which is quick points, bang-bang shots, using his wheels. Roger going to a freshly strung racket for the new ball change. This will give him a little bit more control.
Monfils is still down just a break.
Defensive backhand for a winner for Monfils. Look at this, stays low, stays on the ball, drives it for a winner.
He's had that monster forehand throughout the match.
Baseline. The ball's called out.
Hard to see that. And it's in.
Replay the point.
This is where Federer really has to use his confidence. His legendary wins from years past into this competition.
Roger Federer on the ropes. We've seen it many times. Many times he finds a way. Sometimes he does not. In the next few minutes, we'll find out about this night.
Going right, it goes against everything Fed feels in his game, which is to see the short ball and attack right there. But when you're playing someone with this kind of speed, strength, defensive abilities, look at this, and he just can't get enough string on the ball. To see Roger Federer handle this situation, down 2 sets to love, just in a dogfight right now. It's such a great example for all those juniors out there just idolizing the guy who's seen him dominate for over a decade. Roger hasn't missed a slam in 15 years.
13.
So durable, so strong, so confident. But tonight, it's a different fight.
Come on.
See how he's digging? It's about the competition now. It's beyond winning the U.S. Open. It's beyond beating the other guy. It's finding his game, willing himself to play better, to perform at a higher level. Now, when everything's going against Roger, his shots aren't working, the other guy's in the zone, he's got to rely on his #1 weapon, which is confidence. His confidence to get through this patch and get in the head, in the game of Monfils. And this is the moment.
Do you think Monfils is as aggressive right now as he has been, or does he seem just a little tentative?
That's a great pickup because I feel he's backed off just a little bit. Just a nudge. Instead of using the score as a platform, a springboard to be even more aggressive, to try to throw that knockout punch. He's playing not to lose instead of playing to win, going for it with this lead. Worst case scenario, they're in the 4th set. He should be putting so much pressure on Roger Federer right now.
Monfils holds. The real moment of truth is coming up. Roger Federer tries to serve for the set. Roger Federer can now make his possible comeback official by taking set number 3 and making it 2-1. Monfils, quarterfinals, U.S. Open.
Now, we knew it was going to be entertaining, competitive, but not so dramatic where the massive favorite, maybe even the GOAT, the greatest of all time, is just pressed up against it.
that shot, that's not the way the first 2 sets went.
14 left.
And then he had sort of that slow chug afterwards. Triple set point. He didn't even take a step toward that ball. Well, he's in a fight now. In fact, both of them are. We go to the 4th set on Arthur Ashe.
And after 1 hour and 54 minutes here in New York, the final major of the 2014 season, we're in a 4th set. Roger Federer taking the 3rd set, 6-4, after dropping the first 2, 6-4, 6-3. The Frenchman Monfils, the number 20 seed, to kick off first. It's a nice setup, a combination, solid serve, only 93 miles an hour, but a lot of kick on it to force Federer into a tough defensive reply.
Not that it's ever about the money. But this is a $400,000 match.
Which is nice.
That's the difference between being a quarterfinalist and being a semifinalist.
Let's see if Federer really turned it around. Winners to 12-1. What a massive turnaround. 2 for 2 on breakpoint opportunities. 1 unforced. This is the first set where he had more winners than unforced errors. And everything's starting to click for the great Fed. But it will always come down to his serving percentage on the first serve. Doesn't have to be massive. It just has to be a quality, well-placed serve that sets up the second and third shot. And I truly believe Monfils is in Federer's head. You know, all the kind of goofy games and how long he takes and talks to the umpire. Fed just wants to get on with it. And that's why it's so important for Fed just to maintain kind of that anger management. That he plays at his pace, runs his race.
And you go back to that one conversation with the chair umpire about talking about whether he should review it and not getting right to it. And that's when the match changed for whatever reason. How big is this second serve right here?
The battle within, the battle. Just trying to stay steady if you're Roger Federer. Hold it together.
15-20.
That's the exact point Federer wanted to play to get in the head of Monfils. Long, drawn out. See if Monfils was going to flinch, and he did on the backhand. And it's going to come down to Al, truly, not who likes the pressure, but who really wants the pressure.
Or who's used to the pressure.
Yeah, well, yes, that's an easy one. But Roger truly is grabbing onto this match. Emotionally and just fighting his tail off when his game is just so hit and miss right now. He played such a clean third set, only one unforced error, 12 winners. And this is a swing game. This is it. I mean, you give Monfils a 2-0 lead, serving. That avalanche may start falling on you.
Oh, boy.
You've seen a number of these forehands from Monfils. Look at this racket head acceleration. And that's what makes Monfils so interesting to watch. He can be so brilliant, and you just, the next moment, what is he trying from below the net? Why?
Ball wide. The crowd is really into this.
Look at him barking. I love it. Federer on edge.
Advantage Federer.
Rarely seen out here on the circuit when he just has to be on that emotional, positive run.
Just a little stare down there at the end, and all that just to hold serve.
What a way to use variety for Roger Federer. Work the backhand over, throwing a slice down the line for towards the forehand. 22 shots. What a great weapon to have. Not fast, but very precise, 115 miles an hour. You're telling me this 33-year-old who's won 17 major singles titles, 6 U.S. Opens, I'm sorry, 5, going for a 6th, doesn't have the fire, the passion to compete at this level. This is great.
Federer had a cushion for that mistake.
They both had looks here in the fourth set. Love 30 on Fed's serve. Monfils just couldn't break. Federer double break point and still in the battle here.
Advantage Federer.
Watching it live, I didn't think he was going to get it.
So one of the things he's really worked on over the last 2 years, getting healthy and moving better, and you can see it in that specific point.
Federer could do with his second serve. The break is made. The charge is on. Here comes Roger Federer.
6, please. Thank you. Ready for play.
2-1, but Federer up a break in the fourth set to Gael Monflis. Right now, each player has won 102 points. Exactly.
Love 15.
That ball looked like it rolled on the tape. Remember, for the break to count, Roger has to hold here. It's a really strong beginning for Monfils. Started with Federer serving brilliantly. Monfils could not figure it out. But he held on his own, and then midway through the first, broke Federer and rode to the finish of the set. In the second set, there was a lot of unforced errors by Federer. And then he finally won the third.
Look at that spill.
His groin got stretched not once but twice. Ace by Federer.
40-30.
I thought for sure he was just going to bury it. Almost.
Critical moments now for Federer. Well, would this just add to the drama if Monfils is able to somehow break here and pull even in the fourth and stop the Federer momentum that he gained in the third set and early in the fourth? Too short, too general, that second shot, and Monfils capitalizes with his big forehand to the corner.
challenging the call. Left service line, the ball's called good.
Out. He's been money tonight.
Second serve.
Still break point.
Gael Monflis.
Have you ever seen Roger Federer do that?
2 games all, 4 sets.
Monfils breaks right back. So on serve. And he's so mad.
Well, that means let's go in French, and you just scream into this U.S. Open crowd. There are a lot of little battles going on right now in the mind of Roger Federer.
What do you think that's bothering him?
If I think I'm reading this correctly, he's upset that the chair umpire did not let him know about the new ball change because he likes to change rackets. Now the real battle is across the net for Roger Federer and Gael Monflis, who is extremely determined. And now I'll go back to what you always say. How does this guy, the number 20 seed, handle prosperity? He's got a 2-1 lead. He's got the momentum right now. He's got a very frustrated legend on the other side. Look at. He is just pumping himself up. A series of runs by both players is now on the racket of Roger Federer, making his little run.
Double fault to break point. I need my partner to be Luc Gensois.
137 and just creating your own momentum.
Boy, that is a Houdini job with power. Look at Roger Federer's first serve percentage in the fourth set. Now, we're on serve, so you could say he's okay, but long term, that won't get it done. Gael Monflis getting 2 mega serves to get out of his situation. Now Federer back to it. So after 2 breaks in a row, 2 holds in a row now.
3 games all 4 sets.
Thought Monfils kind of let one go there. So much momentum after that last service game, so much energy. He just kind of didn't do anything with the ball. You know what I mean? Go for some winners. Make it interesting, exciting. You're going to lose that game. Take some shots. You've got a scoring advantage of 2 sets to 1 and a game up in the fourth. There's the brain-dead shot. You've been waiting a while for that. 2 hours and 25 minutes into it. He has a mini brain cramp, and maybe that's all Roger needs. Boy, it's getting dicey right now for Monfils. 16. He doesn't have a coach. He's coaching himself, so it's kind of happening right now.
Well, his serve has come to the rescue in 2 consecutive service games. We're getting to the deep pressure points of this 4th set. Gael Monflis of France up 2-1. I think there was a non-stop commentary with himself during that changeover.
In French, and Roger speaks French. So Roger's sitting trying to get himself together and listen to this guy go off.
If Federer does not hold here, the damage would be pretty immense.
Boy, if I was telling Monfils what to do, I would say you got to go for winners right now. Don't let Roger kind of play on his terms. You got your serve cooking. Destroy this game. Just absolutely annihilate the tennis ball. Now, Roger misses, but look how short Monfils is playing that backhand. Not by design. He's just kind of rolling it in the middle of the court. 2 balls short of the service line. That's not going to get it done.
Most of the time when something goes wrong, he ties his shoelaces.
Taking a lot of time.
Of your life, and you're going to joke around with the fans?
4 games or 4 sets.
How about that forehand down the line? Sets it up. Just tags it. left-handed to try to get that thing back.
Mr. Monfils is challenging the goal right service line. The ball's gone out. Second serve.
Got some big points coming up.
Backhand was huge.
This game, he's not hitting winners. He's just staying in the game long enough for Federer to make a mistake. And Roger's doing that.
Monfils getting a little pushy, a little defensive here, a little light with his ground strokes, and if you do that, it's just too dangerous. Federer's going to find his range, going to hit his targets. Does Monfils have another big serve in him right here? The entire set on his offensive side. And based on that big bomber, 132.
Serve has saved him in this fourth set 3 times now. Now the pressure goes back on Roger Federer. Monfils is 4 points from the match. Roger Federer trying to force a little bit more pressure-packed tennis in this fourth set. And in the process, get to a 5th.
Thank you.
How delicate and beautiful and clutch is this volley. He gets low, cuts under the backside of the ball, just a little angle to add. Wow, the biggest service game of his US Open 2014 right now.
15-all.
Federer jumped around to the forehand and hit it wide. This point is mega.
Thank you.
Every molecule wants this to be a huge serve. Another one of the many unforced errors that have plagued Roger Federer tonight brings this to 2 match points. Gael Monflis, for the first time ever, to the semifinals if he gets one of the next 2.
That was a tricky shot for Federer. He had to get out of the way. Set himself up for a high swinging forehand.
30-40.
Monfils slow played him. He totally slow played him, tried to slow him down, get in Federer's head.
Yes.
2 massive forehands to even things up in this game.
Advantage Federer.
I think they want a 5th set.
Yeah. They're certainly not pulling from Monfils right now. 15-30.
Mr. Federer charging the goal, right baseline. The ball's called out.
He just doesn't win these. I mean, he just doesn't.
15-30.
And they're not rollover minutes. I mean, he's not collecting these things for the next set.
The serve. Thank you. Please. 30-all.
A big drop shot. It looks like he's going to drive it at the last second. Pulls up. Changes the racket face right there. Just hits a delicate drop shot. Huge point. They're all huge. I mean, at this point.
Mr. Monfils showing the goal. Left far sideline, the ball is called out.
Monfils only has 2 challenges left. Actually, Federer has the same amount. They'll get an extra if they get to a tiebreaker.
Yes, Mr. Monfils has 1 challenge remaining. Advantage Monfils.
You think Roger feels like the chair umpire gave him a little bit of a break?
I absolutely.
In terms of time to call that challenge?
Monfils had the down the line, wide open. Let's go cross court. Fed sitting there on his backhand volley and sticks it. Watch this, but wide open down the line.
Advantage Federer.
4 in the set, 8 in the match. The double trouble comes to bite Monfils.
Pressure can be a terrible thing. Gael Monfils had a couple of match points, but now Roger Federer is serving to force a 5th set here at Arthur Ashe. Ever since Gael Monfils took a 2-set lead, we've wondered if Roger Federer can create a 5th set comeback.
The final of this year's Wimbledon Championships, Federer was taking on Djokovic. He's down 2-1. 5-2 in the fourth set match point. He dug himself out of that, forced the fifth set, ended up losing in a very long 5-set thriller. But again, the character of Federer showing now, like it showed in the Wimbledon final. An interesting choice of strategy. He was going to serve and volley on a second serve. 99 miles an hour, kind of forced the issue. He's got the scoring advantage. It was 30 love. Good time to try something new, but for the first time in the match.
Double set point.
40-15.
Here comes the fifth set.
Quarterfinals of the U.S. Open men's draw. We are going the distance. Roger Federer digs his way back from 2 sets to love down in 2 hours and 53 minutes. Monfils stretching out while Roger Federer's gone back to the locker room for a quick change. Roger Federer down double match point earlier in the fourth set. Come back and win it 7-5 in the fourth. The winner of this match will play Silic in the semis, who beat Berdych earlier today in straight sets. Silic is the first-time semifinalist here at the U.S. Open.
So handicap this fifth set.
Well, I'll be really surprised if emotionally Monfils can let go of that double match point, like noose around his neck. I mean, that he really didn't go for it. I always say if you have a double break point, double match point situation, take one of them and go for the winner. So at least if you end up losing the match, you can say, you can sleep, put your head on your pillow and say, you know what, at least I went for it. And he didn't really take a shot. He was hoping Roger was going to give it to him.
Both of them have winning records in 5-setters. Although this year, Federer 0 for 2. And Monfils 1 and 2.
Time.
2 hours and 53 minutes, but they play quick. 11:15 here in New York City on a gorgeous cloudless night under a half moon. A little bit warmer than room temperature out there. The wind has died down.
Final set, Monfils to serve.
Gael Monflis to set the tone for the 5th set.
Love 15.
It's good. Monfils had the entire court.
Love 13.
Nervous beginning?
He is completely deflated right now, Monfils. He was chatting, he was on his toes, he was really feeling it. Like Roger's ripped his heart out. You know, really taking his spirit.
Not a lot going right here for the Frenchman. Until then. Hours of very entertaining, dramatic tennis. Roger Federer gets a lot of help for a service break to start the 5th.
(15-15) for Roger, but is really the key. That look at the double faults, 5 double faults. That's in the set. Roger just trying to hang out. It was so back and forth for most of that set. Just a kind of a game of tug of war. And Monfils just did take his opportunity on that double match point situation and didn't put the great Fed away.
applause, please.
Whatever Monfils had is gone. He needs to find a way to get it back, or this set will be quick.
And it's really, truly a character test. Roger's passed the character test after dropping the first 2 sets, finding a way to win and get himself back into this match. And now the pressure clearly is on the Frenchman. He's got the talent. He has every shot he needs. Does he truly have that fighting spirit to find his game, to really push back on Federer right now? He wants to stay relevant right now, just close. He's down a break. He needs to hold right here. Down 2 breaks in the 5th would be a death sentence.
Federer's been winning most of these lately.
15-all.
Gwen Stefani, the great singer, in the audience tonight. Her husband, Gavin Rossdale, is a very good friend of Roger's. He's been at many majors in his box.
Listen to you.
Oh,
boy. Double fault number 6. In the match. 6 in the 4th in this set. Monfils holds. Still down a service break in the 5th and final set.
2-1, final set.
Federer serving 2-1, 5th set.
Monfils has got to make this service game for Federer really difficult. Make the returns. Start using some more of that forehand pace we've seen throughout the match. Yeah, that's just we knew it was coming. At some point, that was going to happen.
Are you kidding?
No, but we saw that with Kyrgios, you know, the young Australian talent. At least he lasted 3 hours and 9 minutes before the brain cramp really started.
Federer leads 3-1.
This fifth set is kind of what we thought was going to happen from the start. Little show time for Monfils. Roger under control.
Service game had no oomph to it at all. Is he checked out?
Absolutely. No, where's he looking now? I mean, look at Monfils.
Time.
Roger Federer trying to complete his 9th down 2 sets comeback in his career.
Monfils has left the building. I mean, where's the character? Where's the intimidator, the big serve, the big forehand, the moving? And Federer has just found a way to get himself into this position. Federer was down for a huge chunk of this match. For
40-15. Federer leads 5-1, final set.
Look at the body language now. You would not know if you just tuned into this, wherever you are around the world watching this. That Monfils,
15 love,
for 4 sets, was just all over Roger Federer, who was just fighting for his tennis life.
40 love.
He doesn't call for a trainer. I mean, he could be completely exhausted. But that, I just look for some type of reason for this type of effort.
Gael Monflis. Federer leads 5 games to 2. Final set. Time.
Roger Federer about to serve for the match, up 5-2.
Thank you. Fifteen love.
They had a long night, that box.
Talking about roller coaster ride. Roger's going to be in that locker room and wondering, how did I get out of this jam? Majority of this match, he was outplayed, out-hit. He was frustrated with the way he was playing. He was frustrated with the chair umpire. 33 years old, he still got it.
For the first time since 2011, Roger Federer is in the semifinals of the U.S. Open. A very, very excited Roger Federer. And I'm not sure we're going to get the legitimate explanation of what happened to Gael Monflis in that fifth set, but it was not good.
It's sad because he put 4 amazing sets that no one really, we knew he had it, but he was dominating this match. Handling pressure, just producing such great shots.
Very interesting to hear what Roger Federer has to say about this match.
Well, these survive and march on type of deals for Roger.
Let's listen.
Roger, before I even ask you how you made that amazing comeback, how huge was the crowd for you tonight?
It was unbelievable. It was incredible. I think it was awesome for both guys. I mean, Gael put such a great fight, you know, and he plays such incredible tennis that the crowd has to get into it. And thanks for supporting us, me, if you like, and it helped me to get it done for sure.
You found yourself 2 sets down. You're sitting down on the changeover. What adjustments and what were you thinking that from the start of the match you needed to do to change it?
Well, I mean, I still thought the finish line was far for Gael. I knew I could play better tennis. And I got off a good start, so I was actually feeling all right. But then when I was down 2 match points, that's when I wasn't feeling so great anymore. I thought, this is it. This is the last point, man. just go down fighting, don't miss an easy shot and let him have it. It's fine, you know. But I served well. I served well and stayed in the match and somehow turned it around. Felt great in the fifth, though. I was really starting to play better and better as the match went on. It's a great feeling.
Honestly, on that one match point, when he hit that little backhand down the line, did you just for 1 second think, no, come on, just go long? What was going through your head there?
Well, what was the situation? I hit a great serve, he got it back, and I hit this forehand drive. And I was like, oh, God, don't hit it too wide because you're in good position. Next thing you know is he gets to it and it's floating past me, and that's when I was thinking, freeze frame, and then like, no way, and then it's okay, it's out, oh my God, it's all right. So it was one of those moments. So lucky, I guess, to some degree, but I went for it.
All right, then you get to the fifth set. How are you able to pour it on in that fifth set?
Well, I mean, I guess, you have momentum, obviously, and I started off great. I think I started to serve huge in the fifth. That was my best set, probably serving. And, I mean, obviously you start feeling better because you feel probably he's a bit low right now after such a tough fourth set. But, I mean, I thought the same thing in the Wimbledon finals. I ended up losing the fifth. So you just got to give it all you have each point, and we both did out of here tonight. And I hope and I think you guys enjoyed it.
All right. I'm the schedule maker. You play second on Saturday against Marin Cilic. What are you expecting in that?
Marin's played some great tennis here in New York over the years, and he's really improved, I think, this year, working with Goran, whom I played against. He's a wonderful guy, and I was his #1 fan when he won Wimbledon that year, by the way. But I'm looking forward to play Marin. He's a great guy, and we had a tough match in Toronto. I think I needed like 9 match points to close him out, and I beat him like a midnight 6-4 in the third. So we know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to the match.
Go celebrate with your team. Put the feet up. 5-time champion, Roger.